Hey guys, it's Olivia here from Olivia's Catastrophe, and today I'm here to give you another book haul. I've got 22 books here to show you, to my shame, so let's just get right down to the books. The first one I have to show you is When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. Now this is a book that I saw around on book blogs a lot, and it's a contemporary romance, and I really just want to read this one because I've heard such good things about it. It's about these two characters. One is Dimple and one is Rishi, and they've been set up to get married to each other. However, they might have different plans than the arrangement, what I believe from reading the synopsis. And a lot of people say this one kind of reads like a Bollywood movie, which is going to be so fun, I think. So I'm really looking forward to reading it. Then the next book I have to show you is Stolen Songbird by Danielle L. Jensen. This is a book that has been on my wish list for ages, so I'm glad to finally have a copy. It's about this girl who lives in a world where she lives like above the mountains, and underneath the mountains are the trolls, and above the mountains are the witches. I believe she might be a witch. And when she gets kidnapped and taken to under the mountain where the trolls are, she finds out that there are people there, the trolls there, who are relying on her to break a curse. Raving reviews for this one as well, so can't wait to read it. I also got this like brand new copy of All of This Is True by Ligia de Peñaflor. And this one is about this group of people who go to meet one of their favourite authors, and they make this plot to try and get closer to the author, to get, you know, like front row seats, like as close to the author as they possibly can be. But something happens to one of them, and these characters are all involved in it. And yes, it kind of gave me vibes of like The Secret History kind of thing, but kind of different and young adult. So I feel like unreliable narrators are going to come into this one, given from the title. Then the next one I got was Beautiful Broken Things by Sarah Barnard. I read A Quiet Kind of Thunder by this author recently, and after reading that and really enjoying it, I felt like I had to read another one by this author, and when someone was giving this one away at a steal price, I just had to take it. It is about these best friends, these two best friends who have always been super close, but then a new girl comes into the school and is kind of taking away her best friend. So the best friend that gets left behind and is being excluded decides she's going to be brave and she's going to be independent, but when things take a downward spiral, well, nobody can break your heart like your best friend can. Flame in the Mist by Renee Adair. And I read The Wrath and the Dawn by her and really loved it. I haven't read the second one yet, but I'm looking forward to reading this one. It is about the daughter of a samurai. The samurai is very famous, and as a woman she has no control over her life, even though she has crazy samurai skills. And she's been sent to the palace to marry her betrothed, who she didn't choose for herself. However, on the way she gets attacked, their carriage gets attacked, and there are bandits who are hired to kill her, and as she is the lone survivor, well, she's just got to make do by herself. The cover is beautiful. I know I like another book by this author. Why would I not want to read this one? Then next up we've got a hardcover of Vengeance Road by Erin Bauman. Now this one, just the cover is gorgeous, and I remember when it came out and lots of reviews were positive. It looks cowboy crazy. So this one is about a revenge plot. A teenager's father is killed, and she is going to get revenge on the people who killed him, so she dresses up as a boy and she's kind of in this Wild West world, and she's going to get revenge. Basically, that is the plot of the book, and I love a good revenge plot, so I think I'm going to really enjoy this one. And I don't think you can see it, but the edges are deckled, and that just makes my soul happy. Then we've got Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Me and John Green do not get along. I've read Looking for Alaska by John Green, and I absolutely hated that book, and I read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I wasn't the biggest fan. Unpopular opinion right there. However, people have been telling me that even though they don't like all of his books, they do like this one. And it's because this one is also an Own Voices written book, because there's a character with OCD in it, and John Green himself has OCD, and apparently the portrayal of OCD in this book is very, very good. So I don't know much about this book other than there's a good OCD portrayal in it, and I'm very much hoping that this will be the John Green book for me. Third time lucky. Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, and I don't know anything about this book other than it's really, really sad. I think it's about a boy whose family member is dying, but he finds refuge in these monsters. I don't know much else than that. I think that's the case, I might be wrong, but it's supposed to be sad. I'm ready. Then I got Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I have heard so much about this book. My mother's read it, my older sister has read it, Abby from Abby Mac Reads, link down below, has read it, Noelia from A Day in Bookland, Instagram down below, has read it, and all of them really loved it. So I am ready to read it. It is about, she marries this handsome widower who just sweeps her off her feet. She moves to this isolated place with him, and then she starts to find out that maybe she doesn't know this man that she's married at all. It sounds like it's going to be quite sinister, and it's such an acclaimed novel that I can't wait to read it. The next one I got was Invisible Cities by Italo Calvino. This is an Italian author translated and translated work. So now we're going to see what it's about once I've read it. And then I got Ink and Bone by Rachel Kane. I don't know, I haven't read anything by this author before, but I've heard this is a good one. It's about forbidden libraries. So there's this library and owning books has become forbidden, so this person is a book dealer, smuggling books and so on, because books are knowledge. And, you know, forbidden books, you know, libraries and books, I'm just always about that life. So I was like, of course I'm going to read this book at some point. It was on my wish list, then it was on sale, then I was like, yes, let's buy it. Can you see a pattern here? Aftermath by Kelly Armstrong. This one is a thriller. I've seen such great reviews for this on blogs, and Joy from Joyous Reads, link to her down below, really recommended this one. What happens is Sky is returning home after she's been gone for a while, and she's been gone because her brother Luca died in a school shooting, but there's no sympathy for Sky and her family because Luca was the shooter. So once that has happened, she goes back home and she's returning to her best friend, and her best friend also lost someone in the shooting, but that person was, you know, a victim. And the closer these two people get back to being friends again, the more they discover things about the school shooting, and not everything is as it seems. And this one is a thriller that I'm looking forward to reading because it sounds sinister. Then I got Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I have not read anything by this author before, even though she's had some like twisted thrillers that are really popular and they've been made into adaptations. So this, I believe, is the movie or the series cover, but I don't really know anything about this book, so I can't really tell you about it, but I know that I just want to try a Gillian Flynn novel once and for all. And lastly, in that sale, I got Genuine Fraud by E. Lockhart. I read We Were Lies by E. Lockhart 2-3 years ago, and I was shooketh because the ending, the plot twist, like where did that come from? So I know that this one, the synopsis is quite scarce and doesn't give much away, so not much that I know about it, but I know it's told, like the timeline is really messed up, and it's about this person who is a genuine fraud, and I just can't wait to see what twisty stuff she has in store for us once again. The Sun and Her Flowers by Ruby Kaur. I've already mentioned this one in one of my wrap-ups because the day that I got it was the day that I read it. I flew through it. It's basically minimalist poetry, and this one is about relationships, love, and womanhood quite a lot. I wasn't a huge fan. Her poetry is just not for me. People said I should have started with Milk and Honey, so I will try Milk and Honey still, but I just found it too simple. I've got thoughts in a wrap up, I'm not sure which one, but I'll find it for you and I'll link it up there if you want to check out my full thoughts. I got Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I read Americana last year for university, and I didn't like the story, but I did like the points that she made and the topics that she covered, and I'll leave a link up there somewhere again to the wrap up where I mentioned Americana. So I want to try and love one of her storybooks, because then I could maybe see if I enjoyed the story a lot more, and if I enjoy the story, I know I enjoy her like perspective on views and important topics, so I think it would be a great match for me. So I'm very much looking forward to trying this off again for a second time. Then I also got The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Again, I don't know much about this one. I've seen it around a lot from the Indian bookstagrammers that I follow, especially Pook Reads recommended this one. I'll leave a link to his bookstagram down below, so many links in this video, but I do really read things that you guys recommend, and I just know the ending is supposed to be very, very sad, and it's supposed to be a very moving book. It's won the Booker Prize, and to do that you've got to be some kind of an amazing book, so an amazing writer. So I'm very much curious to know more about this book and dive into it. Then I also got a second-hand copy of Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. I've already read this one. I read it for IB English Literature and I thought it was okay. Like, there are some things I liked about it, there are some things I didn't like about it, and I actually want to reread it because I feel like I missed out a lot of things when I was just reading it to study it and, you know, not really paying much attention to it. So I want to give this one a second chance. It's about this society of people and these kids who are growing up in a very certain, isolated, controlled way, and there's just something not right here. And I'm not going to tell you more than that because spoilers, but there's just something not right with how these kids are treated. And lastly, I got this copy of A Mercy by Toni Morrison. You can definitely tell that this one is secondhand. I don't know anything about this book. I haven't actually heard anything about this book, but I have heard a lot about Toni Morrison as an author, so if you know anything, please comment down below. But I was just curious and it was really cheap, so I thought, why not just snag a copy while I can. Those are all the 22 books I have to show you, all at very cheap prices. So please let me know in the comment section down below if you've read any of these and what's the latest book you bought. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to be updated every time I have a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.